Rebecca noticed her daughter Lily pulling away from her father Tom, retreating to her room and avoiding family time. After Rebecca's new schedule left Tom alone with Lily on weekends, she installed security cameras to understand what was happening. The Saturday footage showed Tom knocking on Lily's door, the girl's slumped shoulders and apprehensive face, before they disappeared into his study for 2 hours. When Rebecca watched her daughter emerge looking miserable, her hands began to tremble. Rebecca Hayes first noticed the change on a Tuesday evening in late October. Her daughter Lily, who had always been the first to race to the front door when either parent came home, now showed a striking difference in her reactions. When Rebecca arrived, Lily would burst from wherever she was, arms wide, face beaming. But when Tom walked through that same door just an hour later, something shifted. The 8-year-old would pause, offer a quiet hello, and slip away to her bedroom. Family dinners, once filled with Lily's stories about school and friends, had become uncomfortable affairs. The girl sat quietly at the table, moving food around her plate more than eating it. She would ask to be excused long before finishing, disappearing back into her room. Rebecca approached her daughter gently one evening. She sat on the edge of Lily's bed and asked if everything was okay. Lily nodded, her eyes fixed on the book in her lap. Rebecca tried asking about school, about her friends, about anything that might open a door to understanding. But Lily's answers were short. Everything was fine. Nothing was wrong. Tom seemed just as confused when Rebecca mentioned her concerns. He suggested that maybe Lily was simply growing up, becoming more independent. Rebecca wanted to believe this explanation, but something in her gut told her there was more to the story. The situation grew worse as November arrived. Lily began spending almost all her free time behind her closed bedroom door. Could something have happened at school? She reached out to Lily's teacher, who reported that the girl seemed fine in class. Perhaps a bit quieter than usual, but nothing alarming. 1 month ago, Rebecca's new position at work brought different hours. She would now work Saturdays and Sundays, with Wednesdays off instead. Tom maintained his Monday through Friday schedule. This meant that for the first time, Tom would be alone with Lily for entire weekend days while Rebecca was at the office. The night before Rebecca's first weekend shift, she lay awake wondering what happened in the house when she wasn't there. What was causing her daughter to pull away from Tom? The questions circled in her mind until an idea formed. She could install cameras. Nothing invasive, just simple security cameras in the living room, kitchen, and hallway. Rebecca set up the cameras on Friday evening, while Tom and Lily were out grocery shopping. The devices were small, easily overlooked. Rebecca said nothing about the new additions. Wednesday morning finally arrived. Rebecca waited until Tom left for work and Lily headed to school. Then she sat down at her computer, hands shaking slightly as she pulled up the footage from Saturday morning. The first few hours showed ordinary weekend activities. Lily came downstairs in her pajamas around 9 o'clock, poured herself cereal, and settled on the couch to watch cartoons. Nothing unusual. Then the afternoon footage began. Rebecca watched as Tom walked down the hallway and stopped at Lily's bedroom door. He knocked. Several minutes passed before the door finally opened. What Rebecca saw next made her stomach drop. Lily stood in the doorway, and everything about her body language screamed reluctance. Tom said something to Lily. Rebecca couldn't hear the audio clearly, but she stepped out of her room and followed her father down the hallway. They walked to Tom's study. They both entered. The door closed behind them. Rebecca stared at the screen, her heart pounding. At 4 o'clock, the door finally opened. Lily emerged first, and Rebecca's breath caught. Her daughter looked miserable. The girl walked slowly back to her bedroom, her whole body conveying exhaustion. Rebecca's hands trembled as she moved to Sunday's footage. She had to know if this happened again. The answer came quickly. Sunday afternoon showed the exact same sequence. What was happening in there? She needed to talk to Lily, not accusingly, not aggressively, but gently. She needed to create a space where her daughter felt safe enough to share the truth. That afternoon, Rebecca picked Lily up from school and suggested they spend some time together in Lily's room. They sat on the bed, and Rebecca took her daughter's hand. She spoke softly, carefully choosing each word. She explained that she had noticed Lily seemed unhappy lately, that she missed seeing her daughter smile, that she wanted to understand what was wrong. Lily remained silent, Lily's face scrunched up slightly. When she finally spoke, her voice carried a note of frustration that surprised Rebecca. Lily explained that she was unhappy because of what happened on weekends now. Her father made her review math problems she had already done at school. He made her practice writing when all she wanted to do was play with her friends or watch her favorite shows. She understood now. To Tom, 2 hours of extra studying seemed like a reasonable way to help their daughter excel. But to an 8-year-old child, those 2 hours were torture. Saturday and Sunday were supposed to mean freedom. That evening, after Lily went to bed, Rebecca sat Tom down. She told him everything Lily had shared. He had no idea, he said. The following night, the three of them gathered for dinner together. Tom spoke directly to Lily, apologizing for not understanding how she felt. He promised things would change. From now on, he said, they would only do 30 minutes of review on Sunday afternoons. For the first time in months, Lily's face transformed. And Lily got up from her chair and wrapped her arms around her father, holding him tight. What would you have done if you noticed your child pulling away from someone they loved?